Okay, we are now live with the uh, closing ceremonies. Hey, everyone.
Hi.
Hi.
Hey,
Gonna wait for hear
everybody.
some feedback in the chat that's like 15 seconds behind us in the concourse to make sure you all can hear us. Awkward silence.
All watching. Somebody tell us you can see us. Tell us we're not alone.
Some very tired con runners. Marcus liked that one.
Yep. I'm glad you guys enjoy our sense of humor.
Yes.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm hearing that people can hear us.
Hi. Yes.
Okay, to the
Cool.
script.
Yeah.
And
Well,
while we are doing the live watch party in our Discord's concourse, I am also monitoring the Facebook and YouTube chat. So if someone is there wanting to give a feedback, I can see it.
yes.
So,
And so yeah, just starting out. Obviously, thank you all very much for showing up and participating this weekend. This is a brand new thing for everybody. Like virtual cons are new to a lot of us. Discord is new to a lot of us. But it's been so cool to see people around and chatting with each other and hanging out. It's been an absolute blast. We just can't thank you enough for everybody being here, who showed up to check us out. We hope you'll stick with us, be part of the community around the year, and hopefully see you next year in Atlanta too. Special thank yous to all of the directors, volunteers, people who put in just an incredible amount of time and effort and skill into building the infrastructure for this whole thing and making it work. It's This kind of thing cannot happen without your help. So thank you all very, very much.
And I am very proud to announce that we have raised $1,665 for the Equal Justice Initiative this year. So, way to go, everybody. Thank you so much for supporting that. And we are just thrilled to be able to hand over that money.
Yes, thank you. That is awesome.
and as part of that, I'm happy to announce the con game winner. The verse that has won our con game through the various means is House Lycan, or Verse Lycan. The Lycans have won multi-virtual
Yep, for this year.
for this year.
Krakens will be back next year. Yeah, good job. And
Yes.
so to let everybody know a little something about the plan as of now, is we're hoping to be October 15th through 17th of next year at the Western Atlanta Perimeter North. We really hope that everything is, safe and sound and good to go for the in-person convention next year. We just really want to see all your faces in Atlanta. That is the plan as of right now. And if you want to go ahead and pre-register, we do have registration open via the registration page and various other ways on the website. So that's at early bird pricing, lowest it's going to be all year. So if you want to go ahead and get your spot locked in for what we hope is going to happen next October, then go ahead and jump on it. That's available now. Another important note about that is that if we do need to do virtual again, it's going to be awesome once again. But if that's the case and you pre-register for next year, then we'll roll you over to the next in-person con automatically. So you go ahead and register now, you will be coming to a multiverse.
Right. So, with that, we're now going to move into the feedback section of closing ceremonies. We do have this kind of categorized out, so to give you a preview so you can hold your comments to the right spot, we are going to first talk about tech choices, and then we're going to be talking about art show vendor hall feedback, then programming feedback, then the comms feedback, and then a general catch-all potpourri feedback. So, starting with tech. Obviously, tech was very important. Tech ops was incredibly important to this con's operations. So I just kind of want to hear, what do you guys feel worked? What didn't work? We're talking about the website, the way the website was built, Discord, the YouTube, Facebook stuff, in particular like the videos and the events, the use of Zoom, the use of Kofi, so those kind of things. And now for awkward silence for them to catch up to us.
So guys, just type your questions in whatever platform you're using and we will read them and answer. And I will turn my thing to no longer timeout after 30 seconds so I can stop reopening my phone.
Okay,
So on Discord, I am seeing if a registration was rolled over from 2020 to 2021, can it be rolled over again to 2022 if we have to be virtual again? Yes, absolutely. We will go ahead. All 2020 registrations are rolled over to 21 already. And if we have to go virtual again, we'll roll it over to 2022.
so you've seen
And
people
Tony's-
did enjoy the use of Discord.
Yep.
Let's see.
Yeah, the watch parties, that was really fun. Like, that was kind of a blast to get a chat along. See somebody saying that they hope it's incorporated next year somehow, like even if we do in person. We don't know what kind of form that might take, but some element of that would be pretty cool.
I mean, honestly, even if you all just wanted to live tweet on hashtags in a live panel, that's a way to be able to silently have a discussion. You don't get the panelists, but that is something you could do in person.
And we have someone saying they love being able to go back and watch panels that you missed. Me too.
Yeah.
LiveCon, I don't get to watch panels, so I totally like the recording.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's cool. See somebody shouting out the Zoom rooms for mentoring being so well done. Yes, Vanessa, thank you very much.
Yes.
That was a lot of fun. I got some great help from, great advice from some really cool authors. So that was neat.
And definitely hear and have heard in the past that being able to record panels and live panels, being able to record them, stream them, is something people always want. We're not trying to be stingy and say no, you have to spend money and come to our con. There's just technical. That's my day job, is trying to figure out how to do stuff like that, and it is a very technically hard thing to do. It's not that it's impossible. It's not that we're saying that we won't do it because of that, but it is something that has to be thought out very intently so that you have a good experience both in person and digitally.
Lots of people liking Discord after not using it ever before. Hey, I'm with you guys. I never used it before either. So,
yeah. Same. I was a total newbie to this. Didn't know how it worked and everything, and now I love it.
And then Charlotte was saying we could live stream panels next year, maybe, like Richard was saying. Yeah.
It'd be really cool if the technical aspects of it are doable. That's a real complex thing, but yeah, it would be fun.
Yeah.
Loved all the guest panelist videos. Those would be great to see even in advance of live event. Agreed. I love those too.
And actually, I through the con, I know I heard people saying they actually did kind of enjoy the pre-shows. Depending, that wasn't too technically difficult to put together to create those videos, as long as people provided me content. So that is something that could be potentially done even in a live con setting with TVs and play thumbsticks, basically.
True. See a question in there asking how long the panels will be up on YouTube, because if anybody missed that, the panels premiered at specific times but are going to be available to watch, go back and watch again. Somebody's asking how long they'll be up and if we're going to, take them down after any point.
Plan is to keep them up indefinitely.
And they get recategorized at some point, like to, last year's stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
They should be up there.
Currently, they all do exist. I did go to the effort of building our YouTube page out with a bunch of playlists. So you can go look by playlist and find the playlists of a particular track. And everything's labeled Multiverse 2020 already. So all that's playlisted out in YouTube.
Somebody suggesting... Oh, go ahead, Allie.
Someone said, as I am not part of a group that would normally be able to go to an in-person con, if you guys end up being in person next year, is there any chance you may still offer an online version for a nominal fee for someone like me? If we can figure out logistics, perhaps. That's going to take some tech work on the back end. So I'm not going to answer that because I would not be the one doing that tech back end. Hi, Richard.
Hi.
We would love to do that, and if we can make that work, then great.
Yeah, if we can find a way to do it.
Yeah, it's because one thing that makes it very doable right now is that all of us have our own cameras, our own microphones. Like all the capture and miking is already done for us. Where in a live setting, that is a lot harder to do, to properly get people mic'd and also audiences mic'd so you can hear questions, that kind of stuff. So it's, again, something that we will be thoughtful towards. We want to make our content accessible. And I think in a post-plague world, that is something that could happen. That we're not going to just go back to the way things were. Definitely. But it's, again,
we're also open to even beyond just the logistics of the more complicated side, which would be trying to live stream or record, setting up cameras and mics and all that. We have throughout doing this virtual thing found a lot of different platforms and ideas for ways to share content that we may, that's something we're definitely going to be talking about, is what are other ways that we can make our content more accessible, year round, but also during the live convention. And we haven't had time to sort of debrief on it and figure out like what are the cool things that we might be able to reuse or keep using. But it's definitely something we're keeping an eye on, is how to make, for people that aren't able to travel to the in-person convention, we'll definitely be thinking about what we can do for you.
And I do see people suggesting, because we do already mic all of our panelists at in-person con, and being able to capture just an audio and turn it into a podcast is something that is a potential. It does just require a little bit of us needing to remind people that, hey, you need to use the mic so we're actually getting this caught. And then also, if there's a question, you need to repeat it instead of just answering, so that the question is caught into the recorded audio as well. Which is honestly also an accessibility issue inside the rooms themselves. Not everyone can hear the audience. A person up front asking a question that the panelist heard perfectly clear is not always heard in the back of the room. So repeating is just good practice anyway. Mini cons are as Charlotte is suggesting, having panels or content that is off cycle, not undoable. It wouldn't be nearly as large as this was with our 40 plus tracks of 40 plus hours of programming, but an occasional thing. We partnered with Continual to help bring this, and thank you very much to Continual for their advice and what they're doing, where they're trying to create content on a weekly or almost even daily basis, just with various people. That's something we might be able to look towards, people that have been guests with us, who might be interested in occasionally doing things. That's, once I'm no longer a very tired con runner and just a sort of tired con runner, something I can look into with my programming team.
I'm seeing some good feedback on the pre-shows. Someone said the pre-shows were like watching the previews at the movies, which is exactly what we were going for. So
it was.
Awesome.
It's so nice to hear that, because that was the point. We're really glad somebody picked up on that.
And then Beth said that more volunteers with media experience could help make recordings and streaming and live panel more feasible. So what she's saying there is, if you have media and streaming experience, we would love to have you as a volunteer.
And this actually is something I'll even just go ahead and pop in as a good spot, is we're still a very new con. We are still growing. There are volunteer opportunities. You're still pretty much getting in at the ground floor here. A lot of my track directors still need assistance. A lot of positions that are fairly kind of important still need filled, that have been... And
that guy right there.
That girl
that
right
guy?
there. No, you actually were pointing them the right way the first time for what they're saying.
So not on my screen.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. On my screen.
So we need a Richard Jr.
And there's stuff that Jesse and Allie have been doing a lot in the background that they shouldn't have to. So yes, we need, as Bean says, we do need media help. We need logistical help. We need, I'm sure Amy up in the con suite could always use an extra set of hands for day of type stuff.
Like to cook and serve. We definitely we need some extra hands for Amy, because everyone loves her food so much that we got to have some people out there to help.
And so, if someone is interested in volunteering, where should they go? How should they volunteer themselves as tribute there, con chairs? What's
So
that
on the
email?
website, yeah, there's a, well, actually on the website, there's a part that says get involved, and you'll find a volunteer section there where you can send us a note about what your strengths are or what you're looking to do. And we will happily take your kind labor.
I'm actually dropping that link in the Discord chat right now.
Perfect.
Just for ease. The volunteer application is not open at the moment, but that is where you will go when we open it up and start taking those.
I'm gonna laugh because
So
they probably got that drop before you said you were dropping it. They're like, oh,
someone said that they were looking for ways to connect people who want to find commutes or roommates and commuter carpool shares. We actually have an online Facebook group for that. This year, of course, it was not a thing. So, but we will reopen that one for the next time we're in person. So.
Yes.
yeah.
Yes, Comms Tiger is here to say, "Dear Lord, please, she needs media help." So anybody who's into marketing, social media, that sort of stuff, she could really use a body or three, so that she is not doing all of this on her own.
Yep. Okay, so anything else? And just, I guess, as an FYI, right now there are no plans to close the Discord. So Discord server will still be sticking around. Honestly, we'll probably be moving our Friday night hangouts off of Zoom into the bar tables here on Discord. So if you want to come hang out with your Multiverse geeky brethren, we will be here on Friday nights.
Yep. And that's, I see a couple of comments in here saying people, I see Charlotte said, please tell your friends. Yes. As far as volunteering, also attending the convention, if you have friends that you think would make good guests, that's one of the best things, because this kind of thing grows through word of mouth. We love the community that's together around this. And the way that it grows is through word of mouth. We have an amazing comms tiger who puts the word out there to the broader public for us and does a great job with that. But there's no substitute for word of mouth. So if you tell your friends about it and just talk about us a little bit, to get it out there for more people, then the more the merrier. So that's always very helpful.
Okay.
Okay.
Someone mentioned that we do have every Friday night Discord happy hours. You can drink or not drink, it doesn't matter. Everybody's welcome. If it gets too big, we'll probably have to figure out making, breakout rooms or something.
Oh, yeah, the bar tables.
Meet at the Discord bar tables.
Might have to add tables at some point.
Easy to do.
The link for the Zoom call is posted in the Multiverse group on Facebook. And if you can't find it, just message us at which one? Does it matter? chair@multiversecon.org.
We'll get some official out there, because I thought, Allie, we were saying about just permanently moving the stuff over to Discord instead of
moving it to Discord.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
But we'll discuss that, and you'll definitely see. Keep an eye on the Facebook, and we'll post information here in Discord as well. So hey, you have access to our Discord. We can post things in Discord. It's easy enough. Okay, so any other feedback versus technical ways that we did this? The YouTube premieres.
So Darren did point out that there is no chat feature on Discord, so that was a bit of a downer.
Yeah. And we can add a chat room. We can add Bar Table 1 chat room as a hashtag, so it's easy enough for you to just pop over there, because you don't leave your video chat when you go to a text chat.
Yeah, that's
Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that. So because that's something that, as long as we can replicate that, because on the Zoom calls, it's really fun to be able to people put book recommendations and jokes and stuff in the chat. So, so you're saying on Discord we can be in a video chat room and then also be on a text chat.
Correct.
Okay.
You can jump to any of the text chats. You'll stay in, and you just have a little minimized window of the video chat going on, and you can then just go up and double click. The biggest downside with Discord is that its auto echo cancellation is not as good, so you need to be a little more conscious about muting your mic when you're not talking, or making sure you have headphones because it does hot mic and echo a lot easier. And also, you can't do digital backgrounds. They don't have all the cool digital backgrounds and the filters and all that stuff that Zoom has.
If anybody for exactly how we're going to do that and what we're going to do for the Friday night things, because they're super fun, just like catch us on social media. You can go. We have a Facebook group, Multiverse Facebook group, and there's always going to be info on what's going on there. So join up on that one if you haven't.
Yeah. Any other things tech-wise that you all want to bring up? Hearing in general, Discord actually went pretty well. It was a pretty strong choice for maintaining it. Yes, Ollie, no more potato backgrounds. You'll have to actually bring real potatoes and hold them up.
Just line them up. Yeah.
We'll have to get more creative with our tater backgrounds. I did see one comment about not being able to private chat in Discord, but you can. You can private message people. It doesn't work exactly the same way that it does in Zoom. Like, it's not going to be part of your chat window. There'll be a separate message, but yeah, you can still have private chats. No problem.
All right.
Here we go with the potatoes and the Discord chat.
Yep. Well, I'm responding to a private message. So, but I think we're good to move on to Art Show and Vendors Hall. Allie?
Yep. So this year, Art Hall, Vendors Show, well, backwards. Yeah, tired con runners. Vendors Hall and Art Show. Anybody have feedback on those? Either as a vendor artist or as an attendee?
See someone saying they like seeing stuff, people post their wares in the text channels. Yeah, that was pretty cool. Like posting specials and coupons and check out, take a look at my stuff. Like, that was pretty neat to see. More comments still about the root vegetables. That's true.
Yeah. And for those of you who watch the live D&D or are going to go back and watch it, potatoes are a thing on Friday Night Zoom. You probably also would have seen some of it on our Facebook. So we just love potatoes.
You are welcome, Kimberly. Thank you for coming with Griffin's Moon. I always love seeing all of your wares. So you liked the text instead of audio video. Okay.
Okay.
Vanessa, we started everyone out with all of the vendors and artists with a video room, and then some requested a text only, and that's why some were one or the other. Gotcha, Amy. Yeah, that does make sense. Amy said that she had a hard time with it because she was doing other things during con, not just having a vendor room table. And then she realized that she could switch to text. So
it does seem like that the text thing is a pretty popular thing for vendors and artists, because it allows them to. I know with a lot of the artists, they're working, like they're taking their time to do this and tend to be pretty scheduled, and so they're sitting in their studios working and like the opportunity to just pop over and answer questions, kind of like an AMA or something.
Yep. And Jenny, yes, the Vendor Hall and Art Show will be left up as far as the on the website, at least for a while. I don't know. Do either of you fellas have a?
We haven't really made solid plans about the shape of the Discord after. We've really been focused on making sure that during con we had stuff. So what it's going to look like afterwards, I'm not quite sure. I guess I feel a little bit like I need to say why we started with the video chats. Was the idea of being able to have that face-to-face interaction, or if someone wanted to come up and talk to you and say, hey, well, can you hold up this thing and let me see it? Which I guess could easily just also be done with take a picture and post the picture in your text chat, because you are allowed to post, or even a video if you wanted to do a quick video with your phone. But hearing that that a lot of people like the text chats for vendors, Did any of the vendors, I guess, find that they really enjoyed the video chats, or in a future iteration, should it happen, honestly, we'll probably just give you we'll just think to say, and in Discord, would you like a text or a video? Doing both would probably just make that section get really cluttered really fast, because it doubles in size if we give everyone both. So that's...
Darren said
Yeah.
text vendor rooms is better because people can leave questions. I think that's a
Yeah.
really good point for especially guests or directors or volunteers who might have a vendor table. That makes a lot of sense. And then Rory pointed out that, of course, a lot of this could be moot next year. Very true.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hope it will be. But that's it sounds like we may have the options, but maybe there's an possibility for having a text channel or something like that open, like Charlotte said, having kind of having both the Discord and the meet space happening at the same time.
Theoretically,
yeah,
Kimberly, I like the video chats as well, but I also hate cameras. So this has been really fun for me to get out of my comfort zone.
Yeah. Or a small number of meet and greet rooms that artists and vendors could schedule and use.
Share.
That'd be something. Requires a little bit more management on our side to actually maintain that schedule. Either that, or we have to find a scheduling software or solution. But that then also just brings in something besides Discord, and the more separate pieces you have to have open, the less likely people are going to use it. It's actually one reason we tried to keep as much in Discord as we could, so you didn't have to have 5 different things open to be partaking in the con.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else for the vendor hall and art show?
Besides the fact that the stuff everybody had to sell and all the artists were absolutely amazing.
Yeah,
Got some private
seriously.
messages from friends and family saying they had checked out the art show and were just blown away by that people can actually make stuff this cool.
So Vanessa pointed out we wouldn't need to schedule it. They can just pop in as they need it. So if we had a few different ones open, then more than likely there would always be one open.
Yeah, as long as there's one, that's the thing. You just have to keep a number of them open, so that it's actually one concern I had, was 6 bar tables going to be enough? Because what happens if it gets super, super full and, we need a 7th bar table because all of them are too full and we need to break off even more. It's just a matter of trying to figure out bandwidth, which obviously is something that is hard to predict in these uncertain times, extra hard to predict with a fairly new con, still trying to get our statistics down. To say that we might have overbuilt the con a little bit might be an understatement in some ways.
But that's right on brand. So
It's right on brand.
Yeah.
We may over prepare rather drastically, but at least we don't under prepare.
So a lot of people saying they like that the bar tables were open the entire time. So Elizabeth said when a fantasy panel wanted to keep a discussion going, they just jumped over there.
Mm-hmm.
So
Those may be open later too.
Yeah,
today. And in fact, I don't know if people have seen, but there are some artists and other people who were saying they were still going to be hanging out. I think Ariel is doing a live coloring of one of her pieces on Discord in the video. So
Yep. Yes, shocked Pikachu face, Elizabeth.
yes, I mean, right.
Okay, so I guess if there's no other vendor feedback going once, going twice, and awkward silence for you all to catch up. I should have had a copy of the stream running on my laptop just so I could see where they were at.
Thank you for the comment saying that we may have overbuilt, but that we did a lot better or did well at a lot of the things. That's very, very nice to hear.
I appreciate that.
We do appreciate that. Cool. So I guess we'll just move on to programming feedback. Who has anything they want to say about programming department, you can talk about a specific track, about the way it was executed.
Elizabeth, I love it.
Yeah, it's the fun of having someone watching 15 seconds behind.
The little con that could, yes.
Thank you for giving me that marker, Vanessa. They actually know that they're supposed to be talking to us now.
All the panels I saw were awesome.
Thank
All the
you,
panels
Amy.
I saw were awesome too, and I saw panels
Yes.
this year.
Yeah.
Oh,
Honestly,
so
I saw
nice.
panels too.
Right?
It's last year I don't think I saw a single panel. I was so
I
busy
saw
running.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, we and last year we got like those. You think of it in percentage terms because we each saw like maximum one panel last year, and that was out of a lot more panels. It was like what 170 programming items or something like that that
Yeah.
would barely get to touch them. So
That's
it was great. It was
Jeannie saying that as a participating author, this was fantastic, incredibly well done, and a lot more fun than what I had to do for San Diego Comic Con. Oh, we beat Comic Con. At least in user experience.
There you go.
I'll take it.
it really was a bunch of just really brilliant panelists, and the moderators doing a great job, and people had to coordinate a lot of schedules, and a lot of people weren't even comfortable being on camera, but they really showed up and did it. And kudos to the programming team too, because all the topics were all come up with and then decided on and fleshed out by the track directors. So they do a great job with that.
Having the ability to do the watch parties during, Darren was saying,
Yep.
where you could interact doubly with people watching. Yeah, I loved that part.
Charlotte says a friend has requested film festival. That is on our schedule somewhere to want to be able to do. Film festivals unto themselves are a lot of work. Even a scaled back one. I know Con Carolinas does a film festival and could probably give us and would be willing to give us pointers. I am friends with the person who runs that. But I do know it's a lot of work. And it's something that we would like to have. It's something that we definitely would like to get to have at one point.
Rory had said, I adore all of our guests, but as a film person, would like to see people from other mediums represented. Rory and anyone else who has people that they would like to see or things they would like to see, send us an email at info@multiversecon.org. Tell us what you want to see.
Yeah.
We would love to know, and we will do our best. We can't guarantee anything or any particular one, but we are open to ideas.
Yeah, and that goes for we're always open to listen to just programming in general. Like Allie said, if there are different media or specific people that you want, if there are topics or entire fandoms you'd like to see more represented in programming, then the more we can hear from you about that, the better idea it gives us what people really want, and that's why we do it. It's just to give all the fans what they want to experience.
Marlena Frank said it would be cool to see an art and film track. We actually discussed an art track for this year, and then pandemic hit, and we kind of let that one fall to the side because we weren't sure how online con was going to go. But yeah, I totally agree. I am very partial to art.
An art track, and also it comes down to physical space and people to help run it and stuff like that. Obviously, in virtual space, we don't have to worry about the physical as much, but the hotels are only so big. Hotel convention spaces are only so big, and we need to get the attendance base to justify moving to bigger ones. And so it's like things that are on our horizon are things like cosplay programming, the entire room get dedicated for cosplay type programming, to visual other mediums. We already do have a lot of cross-media focus in our programming. That is something we purposely think of. Obviously, we had to scale back by about 100 panel slots for the virtual con versus the in-person one. But it has been something that we desire, is to get people that are like filmmakers and artists and stuff and be able to get them in on the programming. And that's sometimes it's just a matter of we need them to apply. We need the word to get out there because we're a small con. We can't reach out to everyone because that tends to have other complications. But
Someone else said they love con suite panels.
Oh, the con suite! Yay! Go ahead. No, yeah. No, by all means. I was I was rambling because I'm tired. Yay con suite! I was so happy to make con suite its logo and be able to put it into the programming.
Yeah. And the panels were fantastic.
Yep.
Serious shout out to Amy on that one, because I basically just said, hey, would you like to make a couple of videos for con suite? And I kind of was just thinking like she'd be like, hey, welcome to the con suite, just cute little things, but she did full on programming.
Straight up cooking shows, yeah.
I mean, fantastic.
A whole cocktail one, and I still have I have a long list of, there are so many cocktails that I'm not going to be able to try them all in one sitting. Or I can, but yeah, you won't hear from me for a little while.
Let's see. Just noticing that in the filmmakers, a B movies panel was suggested. We can possibly find somewhere to put that in programming.
We know
type
some
stuff.
people that would.
Yeah,
we know some people that would be good at that.
With vegan options. They're looking for con suite programming with vegan options. I have not been able to watch all the way through every one of her things this year, so I have no idea, but I would be willing to bet that she probably has some things in there that already are.
No, I don't know.
I see that Amy commented there, actually, so I'm sorry to interject, but Amy actually answered that. Yes, says, the first tamale video is vegan and gluten-free, and all of the meals in the actual in-person con suite did have gluten-free and vegan dishes, so every time we served around mealtime, there was always a gluten-free and vegan option.
Charlotte said if we are able to meet in person, she'd like to see lots of people enter our costume contest. Absolutely.
Yeah, the costume expo.
Please. Mm-hmm. If we're not, maybe do a virtual cosplay.
Yeah, we tried. Again, it's so much of this was like, we forgot to. Yeah, we started late. It's like we had the call for, hey, get us some cosplay pics that we could put in into the pre-shows. So, but yeah, and in person, I love cosplay. Hold on, my cat is demanding attention. Keep talking.
Valoria said she would help with con suite panel next year. Amy, maybe you hook up with her there or them. I actually am making assumptions about whether that's a man, a woman, or someone non-binary or whatever. So, let's see. Forcing furry onto the chairs. Yes, that's fine. You don't even have to force it. We are here for it.
Fans are fans. And so far our experience with that, with the furry community has been, they're very, very wonderful people they're very dedicated fandom and love to support artists and creators and donate to charity. So that's good fans.
I am here for film and trivia and make this con my life. I am with you, Rory.
It already is ours.
Yes. Karaoke. Yes, I agree. Karaoke. We actually discussed whether or not to do a virtual karaoke and
opted not to for just potential copyright licensing things. Karaoke tends to already be a little of a gray zone, but in the performative fun art, cool, but once you're recording it or transmitting it over the internet, it gets. But nonetheless, yes, I love running karaoke. I look forward to running karaoke next year. I promise I won't actually forget my hard drive like I did year one and have to do it off YouTube.
If Amy keeps making the drinks, I might actually get on stage and sing. That's probably the only way you're getting me there, though.
Yeah, Amy, if you make some of those Zoom party cocktails with the whiskey and the cider and the ginger beer, you start making those up, and I'll be on stage within a couple hours.
It's time for merry dinner.
It is time for merry dinner.
You can't have a Zoom call without a cat.
Can't. As John Hartness said, you cannot have a multiple-person Zoom call without a cat.
Nope. Crafting animal ears or tails would be awesome. Yes, that would be fun. Richard Laney's kid would like to know if your cat is blue.
She's a black cat. Got a Halloween cat.
Something video game related. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what Discord was made for. Yep, that's right. So with video game related, can you expand on that? Do you mean programming? Do you mean video creators on panels? Do you mean a video gaming room? Please do not think this is me offering all of those things at once, because that's not all going to happen at once. But
Yeah.
I would like to know what you're thinking.
Yeah. Some more. It'd be nice to know. I see anime. Same thing there. Like with anime and video games, those are obviously massive fandoms and things people are really interested in, including us. But so yeah, knowing specifically how you would potentially like to see that, yeah, that would be helpful. Like
Yep.
like Allie said, if you want to see specific people, or do you want panels about topics within that
The answer
area?
was
Or
all of the above.
Oh yeah. So one
the
thing
things.
I'll go ahead and pause it. It's just a little bit of our programming theory. Is I've tried to keep things. There's only so how do you slice it, right? So it's like when we were starting to early think about how we're going to have the programming built, there was the discussion. Do we want to have it built here's the here's the book track, here's the movie track, here's the video game track, here's the anime track, by medium, or do you want to have it kind of more by genre and topic? And so we've kind of tried to do genre and topic. So all of my programming directors, consider yourself, all of you are open. Horror anime is a thing. Fantasy anime is a thing, and being able to talk about those, technically, with sci-fi cartoons, we did talk about anime with the Avatar: The Last Airbender that is anime adjacent. So
this is an interesting one. Jenny just said the con could pick a specific game for people to play, and that's the game of the con for those who have it and want to participate. I mean,
what
yeah.
kind of game? I'm not sure.
Like a video game,
Sure,
because just a video game, because Discord is made to be running while you're playing video games, and be able to communicate. So like, if we're all playing Monster Hunter, okay, get on Discord and we're all going to play Monster Hunter now. It's a little exclusionary, especially depending on what we're playing. But I guess we could all just play a bunch of Among Us. I'm pretty sure Jesse's sus. Some people will get that; those two won't.
No.
And you have kids.
They don't talk to me about what they do.
Let's see. We had a suggestion for a discussion on various RPG formats and systems as an idea for the play track.
Oh yeah, that's totally up
good
Sean's, and that's actually something we did have last year. I'm pretty sure we had some of that programming.
It would be great to see people in the video game or anime industry, maybe workshops or Q&As.
I'm not very adjacent to that industry. And so give us suggestions of people that we could talk to help us even build the programming. I'm not even talking about guests. I'm talking about, if you know these kinds of things, if you are familiar, if you're adjacent to that industry and know kind of how to build programming for it, volunteer.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. It's like, to call out one of my directors, Lisa Elmarie Wood. I know nothing about horror. I am not a horror person, and I rely on her so much to be able to build us good horror programming. At least with sci-fi and fantasy, I can look at the panels or give like an occasional suggestion, even though both Marcus and Nicole are great too. But it's like, and Vanessa for Right, those are all things I know about, but it's like, horror, I have no clue at all. And I'm so lucky to have all of my great directors that make it to where I don't really have to micromanage them, and they know what they're talking about and can make the programming. So, yeah we can only do what we know, and so find us people.
Yeah.
Suggest
So if you are that person, or if you know that person, let us know.
Yep.
Chelsea just said, with regard to anime programming, to avoid becoming celebcon, I'd rather have us
Yes.
talk to translators, directors of dubs, localizations. That's a good point.
Yep.
We as sort of a con, I don't know.
We don't
We
plan on being a MediaCon. It is
we
not our
don't
plan.
plan on having giant autograph lines for stars of television shows, things like that. That's not the direction that we're looking to go. There are lots of those cons out there, and that's great, but that's not what we're
It's not
looking
us.
to be.
We want to celebrate the creators, the people behind the camera. So exactly those people that you're mentioning. And that's why we want the filmmakers. We want, which we had a fair number of filmmakers on our guest list. That's why we even had the film meetup. So
Marcus had planned to do a video game panel, but then the pandemic happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
there was a lot of programming guys that were already being planned.
we already had 140 plus panels, 160 some panels, and we had to pare it down to 42. So
Yeah, I see. Lisa said there was horror comics and anime on her list. So yeah, it looks like there was going to be a bit more of that, but then the stuff that survived because it could work, in terms of Zoom panels and stuff like that, ended up being,
And
Jesse is
good.
sus. We are finding out over and over again. So Jesse,
Yes.
whatever sus is, apparently that is you.
That means we're about to airlock him.
Ah,
I don't even think I'd fight you that hard. I know.
too tired.
Yeah.
Jesse is sus, and that's why Chelsea lowered him into the 2020 garbage depository to check to make sure it was safe and infinite. Right.
I will report back about the infinite thing.
Yeah.
I'm still exploring it.
Yeah, it's full of garbage. It's just full of garbage. But did you guys like the click-through maps? Going back to the website stuff, did you enjoy our maps? Because, our Tiger Beans, who made that map of Quarantania for us, I don't know if you actually explored it. There were a couple secrets in it.
Yep, a couple little Easter eggs and fun things hidden around that map. And I guess that's a good. Do we want to wrap up the programming and feedback and move on to the comms stuff?
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, that's it kind of sounds that you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for your suggestions, and glad that you enjoyed the programming. So let's let them get done talking about the map, because that's what they're currently talking about. But yeah, we're moving into comms, so our ability to communicate with you is what we're here to talk about now.
Yeah, there was a. By the way, Paige said she's framing her map. That is actually, there are prints of the map and also of the sort of synthwave city design. Those are prints available in the con store right now. If you didn't check out the con store, we've got some pretty cool stuff that we put some time into making. So if you want to sport the gear, that's another way to show people who we are.
Yeah, apparently the map, the print-offs, the map print-off, someone had got it and said that it's on actually really good heavyweight paper, and it's soft. Was their word? It's soft.
Yeah, it's like matte and soft, and it's beautiful. The paper is fantastic. I was really, really, really pleased.
Yeah. So yeah, comm stuff. That's a good segue into communication stuff and just a general feedback on how things were explained. And the map was one of the central places, and sort of what I'd like to hear what everybody thinks about how everything was communicated to you, and were you able to get responsive enough feedback? Did you like what we were doing on social media? Did you how you feel about just our communications in general, and including internal stuff, like were you able to pretty easily understand how to do the things that you wanted to do this weekend and be able to navigate it all?
And Charlotte asked how people felt about the promo spots as well that she did, which they were fantastic, Charlotte. So thank you for that.
Yes, thank you, Charlotte, for the funny videos.
They were
and
hilarious.
the teasers.
And bye, Darren. We'll see you Friday.
Bring your potatoes. You might need real ones next time.
And I'm glad Holly at least found the secret potato.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. We were talking, and I said that there were things hidden, and she went and found everything.
So
Yeah.
Jeannie says excellent communication, excellent feedback, including here when I ask questions in the wrong areas.
That's one of the
Holly,
neat things about Discord is that it centralizes everything so much that like we can go through and see all the channels and see when there's a new message. So it's so easy to just pop into whatever channel there's a new message in, and it could be somebody who asked a question that would have maybe technically been better classified in another one, but it's like, hey, it's right there. We can just answer.
I like that the Discord announcement gave links to each of the next panels for particular time slots. Yeah, I did.
you're welcome.
Too. Richard did a good job with that.
Yeah, sorry that I missed a couple Saturday because I was busy running the live streams. So throw me out with throw me out. I'm sus. Airlock me.
I use Twitter a lot, so I appreciated updates via that platform. That is all Chelsea.
That's all
taking
Chelsea.
Care of that. She's fabulous.
Getting all that social media posted for us.
Yeah, it looks like the announcements channel was very helpful to people. It was to me too. There were times when I was like, "What do I? Oh, I can just go look at announcements."
Yep.
If I've forgotten exactly what we're doing.
Oh, Melissa, thank you. That's the
That's
coolest
very
thing
sweet
ever.
of you.
Amy said everything was easy to understand, but I had some Zoom issues when it was time for mentor session, so I missed one. Bummer.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm actually going to screenshot that, Melissa, blow it up and hang it on my wall. That's like the best thing ever.
Let all the emotes pile up on it.
Right? Oh, we love you guys.
Yeah.
We have the
right.
best comms tiger. Yes, we do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely do. That's for those of you that don't know, if you follow us on, if you're on follow our Facebook page, if you follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all that stuff, all the messages that go out, including some really fun stuff like over the weekend. I don't know if you saw on Twitter, there was a thread of the little stuffed tiger going and visiting the art of all the different artists. I mean, it was adorable and fun. All that stuff that goes out like that is all our Bean Tiger. So, if you like the way that things are presented in our social media and elsewhere, then that's who you need to give a big hand to.
Yes.
And yes.
Jenny,
go ahead with Jeannie.
Jenny said, completely agree. I've done a lot of cons and she's hella impressed. Thank you. We love hearing that. And Bean just pointed out one thing, and this one's a big, guys. Did you feel as if someone was making you uncomfortable or was being inappropriate, being bigoted, etc., that you could message us about it? A, did anyone have that problem? B, did anyone feel like they couldn't? Anything like that? Whether you want to tell us here or if you want to message us separately.
Yeah, by all means, message it. We take this very seriously. Anonymity will be preserved. You can, if you need to email chair. Do we have anonymous submission form up on the website right now?
I don't know that we do.
Yeah, we probably need that. We need a way for an anonymous submission. Just random thought.
Yeah, that's something we definitely would like to hear, because that's something that conventions in general, and it's not even that different in person versus online. There's potential for it to be worse because of how people act online that they wouldn't in the real world. So it's something that a lot of that we think conventions and events sometimes don't do as well as could be done is responding, making people feel safe in the first place, but then making them feel like they can be made safe if something happens that makes them feel unsafe. So super important to us to know that that you can come to us and that you will be taken care of. Like they said, your anonymity will be protected, and we will respond. Our code of conduct is very, very detailed. We really need we make everyone read that as a condition of attending online or in person, and we absolutely will enforce it. There's very little room for misunderstanding what our standards are, and so if someone chooses to violate them, then we absolutely will handle it.
Yeah. So the responses so far is, I had no issues. Everyone was friendly and polite. I was impressed. That's awesome. I'm very glad to hear that. Jenny, no issues at all, and that's a rarity. And I knew I could contact about 100 people if there was an issue. This was an extremely safe space for me. I hope it was for everyone too. I hope so too. That is what we are trying to achieve.
It is.
As Charlotte absolutely said in the next comment.
But I think humans are humans. You get enough of them together, there's going to be a bad apple. And so don't feel, again, I just want you to know, it's like, while we are proud to feel, hear this from people, and, we want people to feel safe. Part of that is, don't feel that, if something happened to you, no matter how little, if you felt unsafe or in some way, you can let us know, and, we will take you seriously, and we will do all the, preserving anonymities, because that is a hugely important thing for us.
Yes. See somebody commenting that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Allie.
Go ahead.
Might have been trying to read the same comment at the same time. Someone had mentioned that Discord was explained well. It was the first time that anyone had taken the time to explain the Discord process. That's good, because there were a lot of people, myself included, who had to get used to this for the first time ever, and there was a lot of like, there's just a learning curve, there, just like there is with any different platform that you're not used to. So it's good to hear that it was explained well. If anybody has tips or feedback on how we can make that even easier for people who still haven't used Discord, then any tips on that would be great.
Yeah. And I'd even say, if you think of something, you can email Bean at communications. It is communications at, I believe.
Yes.
Multiversecon.org. And that is where you can, communications at multiversecon.org. And that is, goes to our comms director, who polished the rough thing I'd sent out to guests and made it as our public facing Discord instructions.
As someone who travels to conventions alone, I can't tell you how much I appreciate the focus on safety. Same for me. Totally understand where you're coming from. Let's see. Everyone needs to have cats to chat with, apparently. So when we go back to normal con, we're going to need a video streaming in front of everyone with their cat.
Yeah. Make it safe for those who are allergic.
You can also do pet cosplay and send us those pictures, because those are awesome, and we would enjoy them and probably put them out there for you. So,
and share them on our Facebook. Share, tweet them at us on Twitter, however you want to get them at us.
Multiverse, the safe space that loves to push its glasses up its nose. That is us.
I think I did that like literally a second before
You
that
did.
comment posted.
You absolutely did it as I was reading that.
It's the glasses' fault, not mine.
So any other communication-y... Oh, yes, dogs. Let's not be just cat people. Yes,
That's fair.
Well,
and I have lizards and snakes.
Lizards, snakes,
that will be mine.
Any other comms-y type things? As we're getting to 6:30 here. Don't want to be out too long, since some of us do need to get dinner.
Yeah, Chelsea's right. Everybody really was well behaved, and we appreciate everyone for being that way. It's nice to not have to moderate, to not have to ban, to not have to, call people out constantly. And that's you guys.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Yeah, making it so much easier for us. Like we have our focus on safety, obviously, but it's like Richard was saying, with so many people, you get so many people in a room, and it's just, you can't control everybody. But the fact that we don't even have to try that hard with all of you folks, that's
It's
a relief.
amazing. Great job by all involved. This has become the con I want to consider my home con from now on. We would love to be your home con, Jenny.
We would.
Yes.
Some of us need to get dinner equals Mary Cat. Okay. Well, we know who wears the pants in that family.
We do. Yep. They're very furry pants. So where should we contact, email with suggestions or requests? That's info at multiversecon.org. And if you wonder why I ask questions and always look to the side, it's because the actual streaming is up to my side and I'm looking at my text screen. So
That's what I'm doing too.
It's actually Richard's little alien who runs him is sitting over there, and he has to make eye contact every once in a while just to make sure he's doing the right thing.
Yeah.
So here's a little, I'm going to drop a link
Yeah.
in there right now, which is our contact page, because that includes the link or the email address for general stuff, but then there's also, category specific things about, like, if it's something about volunteering or being a dealer, question about our code of conduct or accessibility issues. That page will tell you how to.
So it looks like you're looking at me. So I'm the alien running Richard. That actually makes a lot of sense. It might be the opposite way, though. Richard might be the alien running me.
Well, are we moving on to just general?
General feedback. Kind of any closing comments or feedback you all want to give.
Anything that hasn't been covered yet?
Yeah. Let's see. Over on Facebook, someone said, Bobby Nash had said, thanks for amazing con. Multiverse was great. Melissa MacArthur, you're all fantastic. And now Sabrina Frang, thank you so much for making this virtual con happen, especially in 2020. The panels were all amazing. And I just added some new authors to my must-read list. Yay.
Yes, we love to destroy people's TBR piles.
Well, don't we just? That's something that regularly happens at Friday night hangouts too. Just saying.
Yeah. Hide your credit cards.
Yes, definitely stick your wallet in a place that you're going to forget after a couple of drinks where you put it, because it's better for you to lose your wallet than to buy everything on the list that come up on the Friday night calls. Speaking of similar things, I think the bar tables are still going to be open tonight too. So if anybody wants to just hang out a little bit, I'll probably personally
Rory,
or so and
actually to respond, Rory, I did set auto subtitling, so there should have been closed captioning optioned on all the videos. If they weren't, I'm sorry. That was something we were trying to make sure happened. Obviously, YouTube and Facebook's auto captioning's not perfect, but that's also a lot of work to caption with a human.
Well, and it's either a volunteer, or we pay someone, and I'm afraid we are not at a point financially as a con yet where we can pay someone. I wish that was something that we could do, just for all of the things. If someone does have any sort of accessibility issues, though, we do have an accessibility contact page. Contact us pre-con, and we'll see if we can't set something up to make sure that your con experience is the best that it can be.
Yeah, we'll do what we can. I see Melissa had commented that she did see subtitles on the panels that she did watch parties for. So yeah, it looks like they were there.
Okay.
Are there? Should still be there, right? When people go back and watch them later, there should still be subtitling possible. Okay.
Yeah. The subtitling is built into it, and I have gone through. I'm pretty sure I have most of Friday and Saturday trimmed to just the panel. That is one thing we are doing with it, but the subtitling will still be there.
Okay.
Trimming off those first 13 minutes on YouTube.
All right.
Well.
And Chelsea, we sincerely love you too. And we are so happy that you have introduced us, who did not know enough about the furry community, to the furry community, and brought to our attention just how great you guys are, honestly.
Yeah, and we're really looking forward to including you more.
Aw, we do have the best organizers. We have the best team, guys. And I'm not just talking about the people right here on screen. I'm talking about all of the people working to make this happen.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of folks. Yeah, it is a ton of people that put in their time and energy into this.
Yeah.
It's super appreciated. I guess if we're going to be wrapping up regular feedback, a couple last little notes. One is keep up with us on social media. That's probably the easiest way to make sure that you're staying up with what's going on and the conversations and get to know everybody. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, everything is at Multiverse Con. There's also I'll drop another link in the chat right here for anybody who wants to register for next year. That's the actual page for it. Forgot to mention it earlier. Or I forgot to put the link in there earlier, but that's the actual page you go to. So that's That's all I've got to say, other than just about 1,000 more times saying thank you to everybody involved.
Seriously. Thanks for coming. Thanks for those who helped, for those who just showed up to hang out with us. And yeah, we did it, guys.
We did it. That's a con. Ye Old Dead Dog Party will be held in the bar tables. If anyone actually has the energy to hang out. Don't know how much I'll be around, but I'm sure there's still, you can still hang on to that little bit of afterglow from the con. We're not closing off the Discord, so.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go grab something to eat and pop in there in an hour or so.
I mean,
Yep,
I know at
me
9
too.
o'clock what I'm doing, which is watching Lovecraft Country finale, but
Oh, yeah.
just saying.
Fair enough.
But yeah, to the bar! Or to dinner.
To the bar, so.
To the bar. I love you guys. Thank you for a great con.
Yeah, thank you all.
See you all next time.
Yep. Bye.